Hey guys, welcome to this second video in this 5-part driving series. In this video we are looking at what happens when we strike the ball out of the toe and out of the heel, and also ways we can try and improve some technique which may lead to this. Now, we always get caught up in the swing mechanics and why the ball is shaping off course because of what the club's doing, but it's really important to understand that where the ball strikes on the face has a massive effect on what the ball does too. So what happens when we strike the ball off centre? Well, if we're catching it out the toe area here, what's going to happen is as the club approaches the ball is going to force the toe of the club backwards because there's not much support there, and it's going to open the face up. So now that face is pointing out to the right. So what can happen here is the ball is generally going to start out to the right and it'll either stay out there, or the clubs are designed in such a way to try and help that ball to spin back towards the target. So what you see from this video here, as the ball strikes the toe area of the club, you can see how there's a certain spin imparted on the ball, and this is going to create some curvature in the air. So when the ball strikes out of the heel, the same sort of thing happens. It's going to force the heel of the club backwards, maybe not quite so much because we have the support from the shaft here, but it's still going to have the same element of impact. Now it's going to strike the heel is going to work backwards, and again we're going to see that ball start more to the left, but you can see how the spin is completely different. So from this video here you can see how the spin is actually completely the opposite way, and again that is the manufacturers trying to get the drivers to work in our favour. So as we know, when we strike off the centre it's going to start away from the middle of the fairway, however they are designed to try and curve back towards the centre. So something that's simple really first is you can actually buy this spray. All it's going to do is you're going to spray it on the face, it's going to leave a white residue, and then when you strike the ball it's going to show you where you strike it on the face. And as you see from this image here, this is kind of the goal. You really want to be trying to get it towards the middle, but what's probably going to happen is you're actually going to see a few scatters across the face itself. That's natural, that's okay, but what we're looking to do here is just understand whereabouts we're actually striking off the face so we know how to try and change things. So a simple little drill that I really like to try and get clients to do, and I also do myself to improve on the range, is to have a little practice swing into the ball and stopping at the ball. Now the goal here is to try and develop this feeling of getting the ball towards the middle of the face, but what you also want to do is practice getting it wrong. So what I mean by this is take a backswing, physically try and get the ball to strike towards the heel and stop the club at the ball, and then from there reset, try and get the ball to physically come back into a position where it's out the toe, and then what you're going to ultimately try and do from here is build up a feeling, this portfolio of feelings. What's different between here and here? I would even recommend sometimes when you get the spray on your face, what you can actually do is try and physically hit it across different parts of the face. So you can get the spray that we've had just previously in the video, physically try and hit it across different parts of the face, because if you aim to try and hit it out the toe and you manage it, and then you try and hit it out the heel and you manage it, ultimately all we're trying to do when we hit out the middle is aim for the middle and hit out the middle. So if you can vary it on purpose across the face, then it's going to be a really good skill in terms of trying to get you to hit it out the middle more consistently too. So here's something technical you can practice at home. All you need is a golf ball, a tee preferably, and some sort of chair or something that you can use as a guide. So what we're going to do is take our setup with our backside against the chair, and we're going to check our body position as we move into the ball and see if that's something which is affecting strike across the face. So once you take your setup, get the backside against the chair. Now what you want to test is that as you come into the ball, does your backside or your hips come away from the chair? If it does, and it's quite a common thing, what can happen, one of two things can happen. As the hips go forward, some people, the weight will go into their toes, and you'll physically see how that moves my body this way, which is now going to position the ball more towards the heel. It's certainly going to make it harder to strike the middle of the face. Some people will swing, their hips will go forwards, and they'll stand up. And you see how that pitches the club up, and it brings it almost closer. See, now it's hitting towards the toe. Basically what we want to try and do, and you see a lot of the great players, as they're swinging, they're staying in this really strong posture position, hips are staying backwards. So give that a little go, get something against the backside. Try and keep the backside against the chair as you come into it. It's going to make it a little easier to try and hopefully get that ball returning to the middle of that sweet spot more consistently. Give that a go, hopefully that helps. The next video is going to be based on the strike higher and lower across the face, but I really recommend if you can put some of the spray on your shopping list. If you're hitting air balls, that might even still work, or if you've got a facility to hit balls. If not, then maybe just use it when you get to the range next time. Spray it across the face, have a check where you're hitting it, but by all means have a few of these practice drills or go at home and stay safe. And we'll see you on the next video.